Okay. What's up, everybody out there, man? Hey, this is another great episode of Chop It Up with KJ, man. I got my boy Jason on tonight, man. We're gonna talk nothing but Bucks tonight. We don't care about nobody else team. We don't care about your team. I don't want to hear it. Don't comment. Don't tell us nothing about nobody else team. We're gonna talk strictly Bucks tonight. So before we get started, let me go ahead and play my little theme music for my audience right quick.
Listeners, y'all know what time it is. Chill. It's time to chop it up. Chop it up. Chop it up. Hey. It's time to chop it up. Chop it up. Chop it up. Hey. Sport. It's time to chop it up. News. Chop it up with KJ. Podcast. Chop it up. Chop it up. Go ahead, tune in. Go ahead, tell a friend. Tell a friend. News know we got the latest. Sports talk, we the greatest. Stay in tune with the street. With politics, all the beef. Hey, chop it up. Go ahead and turn this up a little bit. Chop it up. Put your podcast, AirPods in. Chop it up. Turn your phone up. Chop. Whatever you're doing. Chop it up. Sit back and enjoy this podcast with KJ. And now to the host of the show. Give a round of applause. KJ.
Hey, man. What's up, Jason? Hey, we gonna get right to it, man. How about that great win for them Bucks?
Big dub.
Yes, sir. You already know that LFG. Let's fucking go. You already know what it is.
Already know.
So, man, let's talk about this big win yesterday, man. I kept watching all these ESPNs. I meant to watch every show to make sure I pick out who picks the Chargers. Everybody, it was a pretty much landslide. Everywhere you look, they picking the Chargers to win. They pick because the Chargers got number one defense and all this stuff. And I kept telling everybody that we got these guys. I kept telling everybody, we got these guys.
Yeah, what people don't realize, man, number one defense, but we on a mission right now. We on a mission. And Money Mike is on a mission too, even though he don't want to admit it. He 241 yards currently. 241 yards, being 11.
Hey, he going down. He getting it. He gonna get it. Baker go get it to him. Baker go get it to him. In the rest of our schedule, I keep telling everybody, it favors for him. It favors for him. I told everybody he put 159 up on the number one defense, supposed to be. What you think he gonna do to the Cowboys? What you think he gonna do to the Saints? What you think he gonna do to the Panthers?
Well, look, as my homie always say, it's time for y'all to get off my lawn because I'm about to own that property.
Hey, because that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what about to happen. And I tell people he's the most underrated receiver that played in the NFL. Every time I hear people talk about top 5 receivers, they don't even mention Mike Evans.
Oh yeah, they don't. Man, he doesn't get mentioned nearly enough. Him, his foundation, none of it.
Right, and I tell people all the time, man. Y'all just don't watch this man what he does. And I tell people he might look, and I tell people he's so big, so that's why he don't look as fast as everybody else. He's 6'5". It's hard to move that much, you know what I mean, much man, but he make it look so effortless, and nobody can guard him. When him and Baker on the same page, is over with.
Oh yeah, it's fully over. Ain't nobody watched the Carolina game, the heart attack game, that catch first quarter.
Man, listen. I tell people, man, that last touchdown Baker threw to him on that in and out. Oh man, it was just beautiful, man. I probably tore up my garage a little bit when that. Hey, and y'all see what me and Jason got. Y'all see what me and Jason got, right? So we just want to tell y'all, listen, y'all need to go for a good. Y'all need to be on the good side of this. Because when we get in on playoffs, boy, we're gonna raise a little hell.
Oh yeah, you already know. Come join the chain gang.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna make you walk the plank. It's that simple.
Oh yeah, we ready to make people walk the plank. Hey, but Jason, man, let me ask you this, man. I keep telling everybody, man, we so banged up on the defense, man. We so banged up on defense side, man. And I never liked our back end. I never liked our cornerbacks to say, like we got too many. We have too many holes where we got to keep replacing people with like. And I tell people we're working with second and third string guys out there starting.
Oh yeah. See what they fail to realize, you got a true veteran on that defense. That 5'4"
Oh
is
yeah,
a
that's
true
the
veteran.
man,
The leader on the defense. Shout out to Levante, man.
Levante David. Yeah,
Because if it wasn't for him, we didn't have any Winfield yesterday. We hadn't had
we didn't
Whitehead.
Whitehead. We didn't
No,
have who else was missing? We was missing I forget who else. We was missing another safety too.
Mike Edwards.
Edwards. Mike Edwards was out too. We
Yeah,
had
this
all
is their two safeties. And they
them.
still, yes, Herbert moved the ball a little bit in the first quarter, but you know what? They adjusted. We came back second half and we took over.
And I tell people like, I tell people like that's always been our that's always been a bad thing with the Bucks for a long time. Our cornerbacks in line, besides Levante David, our linebackers, we always had to fill in like Russell. He's okay, but he can't cover like that. He's more of a run stopper. The same thing with the other linebacker that went down. KJ Britt is good, but he's not a cover linebacker.
Right.
He's a run stopper. Those guys are they come down and they gonna hit you in the mouth. Those guys are great for blitzes and stuff, but we just need we need somebody to help Levante. I thought Devin White was gonna be the answer, and he went on a whole nother. I think after that injury, he was done. It was crazy.
I think he went off in the left field, man. He the one you got to learn to respect the game, and you know I don't think he was taking accountability, man. To be honest with you,
I don't think so either. Not for what I was getting from the team. Not from what the team was saying.
I mean, you lost your job to
KJ Britt.
You know, and when you come in, it's just like me and you going to work every day, man. You come in, perform your job to the maximum amount of your ability, and that's it. Like you do that, you go out there. It's a team effort, yes, but I mean, he was giving up on a lot of his stuff towards the end of his tenure with us.
Yeah, and it had got so bad. Like when Todd Bowles came out and said he was benched, I was like, you know what's going on. But after that injury, I didn't see the same. Devin White. He lost a lot of step. Like he was getting burnt. He wasn't getting, even when he was blitzing, he wasn't getting to the quarterback.
I think what it was, man, is just he was trying to get his bag. You know what I mean?
That's what
you get in the league.
That's what it was,
right? But people aren't humble. You know how many times Mike is taking a pay cut? You know how many times several people on our team has taken pay cuts.
Yep.
Because they like the chemistry with the team, the attitude, and everything that encompasses that. Yep. And I just feel like, I mean, that's the bad apples you got to weed out. He was good. He probably still got a potential, a little spurt of talent with him. But I mean, you just got to get your mind right.
And I thought when we kept getting hurt at linebacker, I thought they was going to bring him back. But I guess that bridge got burnt too bad.
I thought they were too. What through the rumor mill had the Dolphins activated and released Shaq Barrett? We the only place he wants to play.
I keep telling everybody that, and I thought they released him, but I don't think it happened yet. But
no, they won't release him until the off season because they don't want him to go to a contender.
Correct.
So they're kind of wrong for doing it that way, but I mean, they got
him. Yeah, they got him under contract. Once they, and I tell people all the time with contracts, if you under contract, hey man, ain't if because they, you see a lot of guys that get out of their contracts and stuff, but at the end of the day, I don't gotta trade you, I don't gotta release you, none of that. If you're signed with me, so. But a lot of people get out of contracts and get traded, and they do all kind of other stuff. But at the end of the day, they don't have to trade you.
Yeah,
they don't have to do nothing. So, but man, have you heard about the what you think about this? Before we get to talking about this great game, what you think about this? You keep hearing OBJ back with Baker. You keep hearing this.
yeah, I'm hearing it, man, and all I'm seeing is smoke signals, and it's not good ones.
Right.
We already had an Antonio Brown, right? I feel like one, he's overhyped.
Yeah.
Way overhyped. You did your best stuff before. Yeah, you got a ring with the Rams. You did your one-handed grab that was famous when you was with the Giants. And you probably still got some in the tank. But if I'm a GM, KJ, if I'm a GM, I don't want that attitude in my locker room.
Yeah.
And yes, he may have it, but you got guys like Ryan Miller out of Furman, right here in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Trey Palmer. You got all these other second and third string guys that's coming through for you in clutch that can do what he's doing.
Right.
And
right.
they may not to get hurt.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. I think Baker, we're good with what we got. And of course it'll look good, but this ain't Jerry Jones' team. This ain't the Cowboys. We don't need no highlights or no big names. We need to keep the team we got now. We need to go with it, because I try to tell everybody when Evans went down,
Mm-hmm.
that game, Baker was still, he put out to Palmer, he put out to Jarrett, he put out to McMillan, he put out, and Arden stepped up and was the deal, number one receiver. We have a lot of pieces. I try to tell everybody we don't have besides Mike Evans. I try to tell everybody, like, we don't have all them big superstars like a lot of these teams got. We just got great core players that's gonna give it to you every week, and they're gonna give you their heart. And I tell people about our offensive line, man. Only thing I don't like about our offensive line, man, Barton got to stop holding. Barton got to stop holding. The center. I know he a rookie, but he got to clean that up.
Yeah, and I mean that'll get cleaned up over time. I feel like if they've meshed well all year, right? And you got to think about it. Them 3 games that we lost when Mike was out was only by 1 possession.
I tell people, listen,
no Godwin.
We got cheated out 2 of the games. I'm not even gonna talk about that. The Falcons cheated us twice. We had a face mask late in the game up in Atlanta that should have been called, and they would have never got the ball back. First is that one. Then it's the one when Kyle Pitts fumbled when Winfield knocked the ball out of his hand before he went across the touch.
Yep.
That was a fumble. They got us on that one. That's both games against Falcons. They shouldn't have beat us twice, and they got us. Overtime game in the game when they played us in Tampa. We should already have this locked up, pretty much.
Yeah, and that's true, but you know what? On the karma side of it, let's look in the karma aspect. Kirk done what since then?
And that's what I tell everybody too. I'm loving it.
It's Kirk Cousins last year in Atlanta.
I'm loving it.
will start next year. Watch.
Yeah, Michael Penix. Yeah, Kirk. But the thing about Kirk Cousins, this is the thing I keep telling. He keep getting these big contracts. Somebody else is gonna sign him next year.
Somebody assigned him, but what? He gonna throw 8 picks in a game? Now, don't get me wrong. I know Baker throw picks, but
Right.
there's a point of throwing picks and winning games, and throwing picks and
Yeah.
losing games.
But the thing, and I got to get on Baker too. Let's get on Baker. Listen, I love Baker. Baker, my dog. But Baker, I got to get him. He can't do that in the playoffs unless we score 40. If we score 40, we good. We good.
Right. I mean, I feel like one, he's a gunslinger. He's a hell of a quarterback.
Yes.
Grit. He's got the grit you want in a quarterback that's not afraid to
Correct.
run, not afraid to dump his shoulder in
Correct.
a corner or a linebacker.
And he's gonna block for his receivers. Yeah.
If he was composed a smidge more, I love Baker. Not trashing on him whatsoever. That's my quarterback.
Right.
It's just, I mean, he bounces back so quick, bro. And
he does.
For the fact of, all right, went down there, let me correct it on this drive. Misread, slip ball by receivers. You can throw a pass late. Everything happens.
Because the interception he threw against the Chargers, he threw it too late.
Mm-hmm.
He
was behind Mike.
It was behind Mike. He thought about it and then threw it, and it was too late. That's why I got picked off so good, like because I was like, "Oh, he should have been through it."
Right, and I mean, like I said, he's went through a lot of trials and tribulations. I mean, look at the teams he's been through. I know he's found home with us.
Right.
I also feel like he's settled down a lot with us.
He did because before he was real immature and I just thought he had too many commercials. He had too many commercials. He had more commercials than touchdowns. I just thought he had too many commercials at the Browns. It was just too much going on, and him sleeping in the stadium and all this stuff. I just thought it was just too much, and I felt like think about the two receivers he had in at the Browns. He had what's his name? He had and he had your boy that was good at the time. What's his name?
Jarvis Landry.
He had two LSU receivers, and he was trying to force feed Beckham too much. I feel like at the Browns, and and Baker played hurt too. Baker played through a shoulder injury too.
So I mean, I had somebody I forgot who commented and told me maybe Baker needs LASIK like Winston. And if they see this post, if they see this live, I'm gonna tell you, calm down, sit back, and take your medicine, because Baker is never going 30 for 30.
No, definitely not. Now listen, let me tell you, Winston, my court. I love Winston, but Winston, I felt it was part him, but at the time, I felt like the offensive line was horrible too. I just felt like at the time when we got him, it was just so much going on. I just thought he just felt like he had to do everything because he led the league in touchdowns, led the league in interceptions the same year, 30 for 30, like you said. But at the time, man, all we had was Evans, and our offensive line was terrible then. We couldn't block a soul.
Right. And I get it.
Right.
But look, he's in Cleveland now. Right?
Right.
So, and you got Jerry Jeudy up there. His primary target, I think Jeudy had like 110 yards a couple games ago.
Yep.
I feel like, and all quarterbacks in the league, because they got an arm, they got talent. But when he was playing with us, the last year he was with us, I felt like we was watching The Longest Yard. And he was brewski coming in.
yeah, yeah. It
So
was it didn't look good, because some games, I mean, like you would watch them and he'll throw good, throw to Evans, throw touchdowns, and then boom, pick six,
mhm.
boom, we done lost the game. So I get exactly what you're saying, like, and that was a good one. We said Brewski. That's a good movie. That was a good one. When you
Man,
said Brewski.
did you know? And a bunch of people might know this, but I don't know if you knew. His first pick in the league was a pick six.
Pick six. Yes, I do know that. I remember
You
that
remember
game.
last game with us was a pick six against Atlanta. So I mean,
Yep.
I do wish him well. I do wish him well. Great dude. He's got a ton of potential. I just feel
Yes.
like he's got
And
to hone
yeah.
in.
Yeah, because he got a hell of an arm. I tell people he got a hell of an arm. He got to get it right. But man, let me ask you this. Then we're gonna talk about this game, and then I know we gotta watch the Falcons. Hopefully they lose. We're gonna but man, who's your top 5 Bucks of all time? Who's your top 5 Buccaneers? They don't have to be in the order.
Well, I know Ricky Bell.
Ricky Bell, that's throwback. Okay,
Ricky Bell. Lynch.
Lynch, of course. Yep.
And I'd be opposed not to put Rondé in there.
Yeah.
Because from that Super Bowl team and that era, Rondé.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to put. See, most people ain't gonna say this one.
Who you got?
Martin Gramatica.
Okay, Martin Dramatica. Okay, Automatica Dramatica.
What we call him, Automatica.
Automatica Dramatica. Okay.
And within that 5, I got to put Mike in there. I got to, like, that's, I know it's a jumble list. My honorable mention, if it was on, I'd have Derek Brooks, Warren Sapp,
Okay.
so forth.
Okay.
I'm a safety. I'm a really, really big safety guy. So I had to put Lynch in there. And
okay.
I got to put Rondé in there. It'd be disrespectful for me not to.
Okay. I like it. I like your list. I got Derek Brooks in mind. If you see behind me, I got a Derek Brooks jersey behind me, signed jersey. When he was at FSU.
No.
I gotta put Brooks. I like Rondé. I like the Rondé Barber. Gotta have, of course, Sapp is up there for me too. As in quarterback rise, of course, a lot of people I really don't can't really put him up there in that top 5, even though he won us the Super Bowl. Tom Brady, he's still up there. But guess what? I got to put the guy you got the jersey on, Lavonte David. That's that boy. Gotta have him in there. And definitely, Mike Evans. Mike Evans gonna be he should be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Oh yeah, hands down. If he doesn't get the first ballot Hall of Famer, I think a lot of fans are gonna riot.
Right. But John Lynch is up there for me too, man. Because John Lynch, I try to tell everybody, man, when we had John Lynch, Derek Brooks, Rondé Barber, that D line, Spires, Sapp, Dexter Jackson's in the back. Man, we was Hardy Nicholson. Man, that team right there was that deal. And I try to tell everybody, our quarterback we didn't have Brad Johnson wasn't the greatest thing, but he did it when he needed to. And I tell people, Keyshawn Johnson was that he was that deal.
Yeah, I mean, now if you put receiver tier, like if you broke them down, because I know I gave you a bunch of defensive guys.
Right.
If you broke them down, you know, you got the Keenan McCardells of the world.
And you got what's called that passed away. What's his name? Remember he died in hotel.
Oh yeah, Vincent Jackson.
Vincent Jackson was one.
Yeah.
That he was that deal.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, and I know we had Joey Galloway and all that. Listen, when it comes to it, Mike's number one.
Mike's number one.
It's always, I feel like Keyshawn was that dude. He had a little bit of attitude issue. Had a little bit of attitude issue.
Yeah.
But he had that swagger because, I mean,
he did. He brought it with him. He brought it to the game.
Clayton.
Michael Clayton.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like this, you know, and then he wasn't, I can't say he wasn't used that much, but Spurlock.
Yeah. But how about Joe Jaravicious? You remember Joe Jaravicious?
I remember Joe. I remember how Joe got that stuff for the vet down there with the Eagles. You know what I mean? That's what got everything started. So
Joe Jaravicious was that. He was straight for us too.
Oh yeah, he was that.
But that's like what's come. He was pretty good for us too. What's the running back name? Short. Oh, Doug Martin. Doug Martin was that deal.
Oh, muscle hamster.
Yes, sir. Doug Martin. Ward Dunn was one of my favorite Buccaneer running backs.
Oh yeah.
For Ward Dunn was.
I like Cadillac too.
Cadillac was good.
I feel like Cadillac was shifty. You know what I mean? And I feel right now, currently, like where we stand, I don't feel like there's anybody, because the way our line is gelling, that can stop Bucky Irving right now.
Bucky Irving.
So shifty. Yeah. He got Barry Sanders ankle.
Yeah. So him and what's come together in our old line. But let me tell you, Liam Cohen is doing his thing, man.
He is cooking.
He's doing his thing.
Hope he stays. That's the big.
But that's that's the problem though. They're gonna be looking at him next year, man. I hate that. And because that's the same thing with Canales. As soon as him and Baker start gelling, boom, he leave. And that's the bad part. But
hopefully Liam must stay because he's also worked with Baker more.
I hope so.
I'm hoping that connection is going to keep him from being off the head coach radar.
I hope so. But man, we crushed them boys yesterday, 40-17. Man, it was nice. It was nice seeing. Baker was pretty phenomenal. Besides that interception, he was 22 or 27, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Bucky Irving went for 15 carries, 117. Man, that was pretty big. that boy was doing his thing yesterday. Man, and then Levante, who you got on. Levante had 12 total tackles, 8 solo tackles. Like, man, he's still the number one on our defense. But I tell everybody, who makes our defense is that boy Vita Vea.
Oh yeah.
They came block him, boy. He looked like a big piece of roast beef down there, man. You can't block that.
Take 2 people to block him.
Yeah, and every time.
When
and then
blitz,
right.
It'll be effective when he do it at the right time.
And then you have Cansey. He's stepping up too.
Yeah, Kalijah's doing big.
Kalijah's doing his thing too. So we once we get that back in save, man, that's like we done fed a lot of cornerbacks, man. Do you remember? But he was a hard hitter. Do you remember? What's his name? He used to always get penalties back in the days for us. Who?
Hargraves.
Not Hargraves. Hargraves kept getting burnt, and he used to kill me. Before Hargraves, he's come down. And he's a thumper. What was his name?
Trying to think.
What's his name? I forget. Man, he was the hardest hitter. One of the hardest hitters we don't have back there at safety. He's to always get penalties.
I know you're talking about. I just can't think of him off the top of my head.
Then what's his name? I got his name too, but I can't say it. He was that boy too. He used to always get penalties every time because he used to come down and hit people. I forget his name, but that's just like we gave up on. I see. It feel like everybody we used to get rid of used to go be even better when we used to get rid of on the defensive side, like your boy, like Revis. When we got rid of Revis.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the Revis experiment was good. Like, I've got a Revis jersey just because, he's famous for Revis Island. Like, he was
right
in a man corner, one of the best to do it. If not the best, arguably. But, I think it just faded in and out, and they were trying to figure out what they was wanting to do with everything.
Right.
I mean, it's the same way with Carlton Davis. Like, Carlton Davis to me would occasionally end up on the back of a milk carton.
Yes, he.
So for him to be, and I don't know how he went to a team that's carrying him right now, because he's still getting burned left and right.
Yes,
he gets by Buffalo. So
yeah, he definitely getting burnt.
I mean, I really like our back end right now. If they come back healthy.
Yeah, we got to get healthy.
I know Whitehead, because he knows the scheme, he's just hurt right now. He's smart and he's physical. And I mean, what can you say about right now? The best safety in football is Winfield. It's still Winfield.
Yeah,
like,
we got to get Winfield back. We got to get him back.
Oh yeah,
we got to get him back. But I want to thank everybody. Because me and Jason we gonna get back to this. We gonna get back to this. Jason.
sure.
I look forward to having you on, man, more. We definitely got to get up here and talk about the Bucks more, man. I like what you're talking about. You're a diehard like me.
Oh.
Yep. But definitely, everybody, hey, thank y'all again for coming out to watching the Bucks. Y'all watching us talk about the Bucks, the realest team out there. The Bucks, baby. Y'all already know LFG. Y'all already know. Y'all know what that means.
And y'all
cannons.
Keep an eye out for that Money Mike sighting, baby.
Oh yeah.
For it.
Oh yeah. Hey, thank you again, Jason, man.
KJ, I appreciate you, brother.
Oh yeah, man. This is another great episode of Chop It Up with KJ. Y'all, thank y'all for coming out. Go Bucks.
Go Bucks.